Well, good morning. I'm Pastor Les Chemist, and welcome to Cruisin' a Narrow Road. I am so excited today. My seat is finally here. It took a long time. I ordered it from Saddlemen down in California on May the 3rd, and today is June the 21st, and it showed up this morning. I am so excited. So let's get to opening this box. See what Saddlemen has sent me. I always get so excited. I'm worse than a little kid. I might be 53 years old, but I am like a little kid at Christmas when I get stuff like this. All right, so here we go. Lots of packing material. Lots of foam. It's really well packed. I'm impressed with that. The shape, the foam around it, really, really good. It's very well packed. The shipping did not take that long from Saddlemen, I will say that. It was shipped, I believe it was the 17th of June from California. It made it all the way across the continent and onto the island of Newfoundland by the 21st. Came air freight, air express, and I'm really impressed with how fast it got here. And it seems to be in really good shape. There's been no issues so far. It looks like it has arrived in one piece with no damage. It was really well packed. I'm really, really pleased with that. I guess I wouldn't expect anything different from a company like Saddlemen. They have a great reputation for quality. And so here it is. We get the bag off of it. Wow, I can already tell the quality of this seat. The construction, everything. The bottom even is padded. It's sort of got like almost like the carpeting off of the floor of a car in it. It looks really good. The Saddlemen tags. Ooh, stickers. Anybody else like stickers as much as I do? Like I said, I'm a little kid. I love this. Got Saddlemen stickers with it. That's great. Got the instruction manual. Instruction manual, I say, is an instruction piece of paper. Just gives you a very quick thing on it. And it looks like it's going to go on very easily. There's it's just the stud on the front, the piece on the front that slips in on the front section, the little unit there by the tank, and then the back section, which with the hole in it, that will screw down to the bolt down to the rear fender. So it eliminates the middle bolts that are on the seats, the split seat that it comes standard on the Suzuki C50. The front seat bolts down with two bolts and a little bracket and a little loop unit that the rear seat comes on and slips into that and then bolts down in the rear end on the rear fender. And this replaces all of that in a one-piece unit. I don't want to scratch my table here, but what a beautiful seat. It just curves in here. It looks like it's got really good support. It looks like it's going to be right on my back, right nice there. I'm really looking forward to getting this on the bike. We'll get out of the house here and we'll get out to the bike. It doesn't need a lot of tools from what I understand. In fact, I know it doesn't. All it needs is the Allen wrench out of your toolkit that comes with your bike. The one you take your seat off with, and you just take your seat off and you pop this one on and bolt it down. It should go very easily and hopefully it fits right. I've seen them installed before, and I can't imagine that this seat will be any different on installation. So come on with me. We'll go on out and we'll get the tools out and we'll get this seat installed on my Suzuki C50. Now you'll find here the bolt on the back of your seat, and you use the hex key supplied in your toolkit. And I always find use the short end first to break how tight it is. That hasn't been off in a while apparently, and it is on there quite tight. There we go. Sometimes it takes two hands. And then you just take it and loosen it off with your hex key. Pull the bolt, save it aside. Okay, now it's time to take off the rear seat. So you lift up on the back of it, push down a little bit on the front and push back and lift at the same time. And this little bar comes out from under this rail here, releasing your seat. And to put that back on, you would just do the reverse, shove it in under that, push down, and then take your seat down. Take your seat, put your seat back on. We're going to be laying this aside. We're not going to get rid of it. We're not going to throw it away or anything. But this is the original seat that I'm just going to keep aside, put into storage. Now the second step is to take off the main seat. And your two bolts you'll find right under the front of the rear seat. So you can just do the same as you did with the back bolt. And that is loosen that one off. And that one is in there tight. Hasn't been off in a while. And I assume this one is too. Oh, wouldn't hurt to put some rust check or something on those to keep them from seizing in. It's been a while since the seats have been off of this bike. And I can tell how dirty it is underneath. Now this set of screws and this bracket you won't need anymore. These will be removed as they'll not be necessary for the new Saddlemen seat that I'm putting on. This is a two-piece seat with the front seat and rear pillion, but what we have with the Saddlemen seat is a one-piece two-up seat. So now we have the bracket removed. We have our bolts aside. We're going to keep all of those. We will need the one rear bolt, this short one here. We will need that rear bolt to put back on put the new seat back on, because that is not supplied with the new seat. Now we'll take the front seat, and you simply lift up and push down a little bit, and it slides out from under. Now I'm going to take time to wipe things down and clean things off here before we install the new seat. There's a lot of grit and grime underneath the seat. It hasn't been off in a good while. The last time I washed the bike, I didn't take it off. I was in a hurry to get it done, and so we'll clean that up. All right, that's good. Okay, so now we've got that cleaned. We're going to get the Saddlemen seat and we're going to bring it over. This install is really simple. I'm not doing this step by step like this to insult anybody's intelligence, but it is incredibly simple. The most complex thing is taking the bolts out and reinstalling. The only thing to remember is that you do not need the two bolts and the bracket for that was part of the two cushion system. Now I'll go get my Saddlemen seat and we'll put that on. I don't know if you can see this or not, but on the Saddlemen seat it comes with a new rubber washer to go between the attachment point and the back of the bike. So we will put that on to protect the bike. It is going to take something to cut that. I need my knife out to cut the zip tie. There's a spider on my brand new seat. How dare he? So we'll put that there. Now, let's see if this new Saddlemen seat fits my bike. And it appears to do quite well. It seems to be in there snug. The bolt hole is lining up. So we'll get our bolt, and we'll replace that in the back. Okay, so we have our seat in place. We'll put a rubber washer there to protect it, and we will start our screw and put the bolt in where it needs to go. So far, so good. The seat seems to fit just fine. Now we'll take that and snug it up. Don't want it to come loose. And that's it. That is all there is to installing the Saddlemen seat. Now we get to try it out. Before I try out the seat, I just wanted to talk to you briefly about something. You know, a seat like this Saddlemen seat I got is really a foundational thing for the bike. Without a good seat, the ride is uncomfortable. And I proved that on a long ride just the other day. And a seat makes all the difference in the world. It's a foundational thing. Like the good rubber on the tires to make sure that you hold the road, it's a foundational thing. And so is a person's relationship with God a foundational thing. The Bible says that there's no greater foundation than that which is Jesus Christ. And to have your life established on the firm foundation of God, His Son Jesus Christ, and salvation, that changes life, and it provides a firm, non-movable foundation on which to build life. The Bible also says about a man who tried to build his house on a sand, and it fell flat because the foundation wasn't on anything solid. But the man who built on a rock, he drilled down, he built it on a firm rock. That house stood. And so it is the life that is founded on Jesus Christ will stand firm and stand the test of time, stand through all the trials and difficulties of life. But that which is built on temporal things, like toys, will fall apart, and it will be an unsure, an unstable foundation. Then things can constantly change. But when you're built on Jesus Christ, everything is solid and firm. The Bible says He changes not. Just some thoughts to consider as we look at the idea of a new foundation on my bike, a new seat that makes it that much better and secure and comfortable to ride. Now let's get over and try out this new seat. All right, now the moment of truth. Moment of truth. Does it fit? Does it work? Oh yeah. Yeah, that is much, much better. It's a different feel than the original. I believe it sits a little bit lower. It feels a little lower, and it definitely comes up my back a little bit more. Looking forward to that. Definitely a nicer feel. You sit down in the bike a little bit more into this seat, and I think that's going to change the position of my bars too, or the feel of the bars. I feel like I'm down just a little lower, so I'm not reaching so much for the bars. We'll have to see as I ride it, and we will be testing this out. Not today, but we will be testing this out in the near future. But thanks for joining me today. If this video has been good, if you've enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notified with all the new videos that come out. Thanks for joining me today. May God bless you. Have a great day.